Hey guys, what's up? This is Indian Basis. The next show I picked is Drake and Josh. Now, Drake and Josh is one of my favorite number one live action Nickelodeon shows of all time. Now, when I first saw Drake and Josh when I was a little kid, I was like, the show sucks. And maybe back in 2010, 2011, I started to like the show and I say, oh wow, the show is actually really good. I've seen every episode, I've seen all three specials, or four specials, whatever they had. Honestly, I actually like this show because it's funny, it's original, it's from Nickelodeon's heyday. Not it's like heyday like back in '90s, but you know it was at a good time. Now, Drake and Josh was really funny when I first started seeing it. Um, back in my teen years, I was like, okay, so they basically met by Drake's mom and Josh's dad pretty much making out, and then started dating and everything, and then pretty much end up, doing that. So it's pretty interesting to see how from there it came to this worldwide awesome show that just won a lot of Emmys and everything like that, basically. Now, it has won a lot of awards now. Now, Drake and Josh is honestly a really good show because there's a lot of things that are wrong with the show that honestly should have kept going, basically. Now, as you can see, Drake and Josh ended just basically on the Christmas episode where basically sums up what? Just a Christmas miracle? And there's supposed to be like the really big shrimp where Drake actually just gets his deal and everything like that. Why? Why just end it like one of those two ways? Why end it like that? We don't see them graduate from high school, which would be really cool to see. Whatever happened to the chick that Drake was dating pretty much? What was her name? I forgot her name, but she was the chick who was working at the record store. They were dating for quite a while, to be honest. While Drake was dating just stupid chicks that were just wow. Well, except for that one who wanted to wrestle him, but that's different. And let's see what happened if Megan basically, what would her pranks or whatever would be like, if she went in high school and learned more sophisticated stuff. Basically, like, stuff she's never learned while the boys are in college or whatever. As there was supposed to be a spinoff of them in college. And, Audrey and Walter, what would happen to them, Let's see what happened to that. Now, of course, Drake and Josh's relationship, what would happen to that? What happened if Drake's band became so famous that he'd have to leave home? How would that affect Josh? How would it affect the family? How would it affect Megan and her pranks? There'd be something. Now, what about Craig and Eric? We haven't heard much from them. Of course, Mindy, she was pretty much in the Christmas episode. She just pretty much leaves to her parents and pretty much comes back and just like, happily ever after. Do they get married? Do they have kids? See? And Helen. Well, what's going on with Helen? Does she retire? Does she keep going? Let's see. What happened to Crazy Steve? What happened to Kevin? There is so much that could happen in Drake and Josh. I can understand why some people want Drake and Josh to finish. But honestly, Drake and Josh is a great show and should have at least kept going for, you know, for a college spin-off or whatever. Now, there have been like 2 video games. I know I'm getting off subject, but 2 video games that are just horrible. Drake and Josh talent show, and then of course just the Drake and Josh video game. It's retarded, they're both stupid, and not even worth it. Believe me, I played them both. Now, I knew they were having like comic books or books based on the show or whatever. Now, that's pretty cool though, just to see the books though. Because, you know, it might show some different things, you know, stuff like that. Now, the soundtrack is honestly really cool. Because I don't own it, but I've heard it. It's really great. So, there's so much potential for the Drake and Josh show. Now, to be honest, I just don't even know. I don't even know what's, like, wrong with the show because there's so much potential, so much everything. I think Drake and Josh could at least have some, you know, more pizzazz or whatever, you know. But instead, they just want to honestly just end the show extremely quickly, not giving us any explanation, nothing. Just end it shortly and say, hey, you know, we're just gonna do with a Christmas episode. See, the college spinoff would be really cool to see. They're away from home. Does Megan try to torment them from college? I mean, from home and like do stuff to them? I don't know. So, alright guys, this is Simeon Basis. All I have to say is Drake and Josh has so much potential. And at least gonna keep going, like, with maybe different spin-offs or whatever. Because it's a great show. Alright guys, this is Simeon Basis. And I hope you all have a good